Back in the 80s, there was a short-lived class of cars known as hot hatchbacks. Now, these were pumped-up econo boxes designed for enthusiast drivers on a budget. One of the most popular of these pocket rockets was the Honda Civic SI. Now, hot hatchbacks may have been killed off by high insurance premiums, but both Honda and its more devoted fans never forgot the SI. And now, with high-performance compact cars once again in vogue, Honda has brought back the SI in today's larger, more sophisticated Civic coupe. Who says you can't go back home again? Certainly not us, because the Honda Civic SI takes us back to the good old days quicker than you can say redline. A redline that comes at 8,000 RPM. Serious performance territory that matches or beats any pocket rocket rev limit from the good old days. It comes from Honda's 1.6-liter dual overhead cam VTEC 4-cylinder that has been pirated from the recently defunct Del Sol. This little screamer makes 160 horsepower and 111 pound-feet of torque. That power comes from a larger throttle body, a tuned intake manifold, and high-lift cams, as well as Honda's much-touted VTEC variable valve timing. In the SI, VTEC works on both intake and exhaust cams. A 5-speed manual connects to the front wheels. No automatic is available, and that's a refreshing change. Those wheels are 15-inch alloys wearing low-profile 195/55 R15 tires. Working together, these parts propel the Civic SI to 60 in 7.6 seconds and through the quarter mile in 15.7 seconds at 91 miles per hour. The peaking engine requires plenty of revs, with real power not appearing until 5,500 RPM. From there until the $8,000 red line, the SI engine pulls like a compact freight train. While a blast during hard driving, this race car-like character can be annoying on the street, especially in heavy traffic. Fortunately, the slick, precise 5-speed manual shifter and smooth clutch make the engine's rev-hungry nature easier to live with. But track or street, the SI suspension drew raves from all of our staff. With stiffer springs, revalve struts, thicker front and new rear stabilizer bars, and a front strut tower brace added to the regular Civic's double wishbone suspension, the SI really hooks up in corners. On our test track, the SI displayed a real sports car feel. Turn-ins are lightning quick with tons of grip. Both normal front drive understeer and body roll are practically non-existent. Balance is superb, with the front-engined SI delivering the near-neutral feel that we normally look for in much pricier mid-engine machines. Even when pushed very hard, the Civic SI stays planted. This is a real driver's car. But it's also a fine day-to-day car. The ride is firm but not abusive, and there's Honda's usual solid construction with generous use of sound-deadening materials, but not so much so that you can't hear the SI engine's sweet song through its oversized exhaust. But what good is go if you can't stop? So Honda gave the SI four-wheel disc brakes that bring it down from 60 in an average distance of 133 feet. Pedal feel is plentiful, though we did experience occasional lockup. ABS is not available on the SI. But a superbly equipped and efficient interior is. Air conditioning, a moonroof, power locks, windows and mirrors, as well as tilt wheel and keyless entry are all standard. The dash is Honda clean and efficient with outstanding ergonomics. The analog gauges are large and clear and face firm but supportive bucket seats. The new electronic ventilation controls have been resited closer to the driver for ease of use. Easier to use, too, is the standard CD stereo, now set higher in the dash than in most Hondas. The rear seat is roomy for a subcompact coupe, splitting and folding for more cargo space, which is actually quite generous at 11.9 cubic feet. As for announcing your arrival, as expected from Honda, the Civic SI is fairly discreet. The front fascia is slightly more aggressive with its mesh grille and ground-hugging spoiler. Side sills have also been added, yet still the treatment is milder than the aftermarket parts so popular among young West Coast pilots. Otherwise, you'll recognize the SI mostly from its unique finish, and our vote goes for this stunning Electron Blue. But we're pleased to report that this enticing 90s hot rod will not burn a hole in your pocket. Base price for the Honda Civic SI is $17,860. Add in our only option, a set of $79 floor mats, and our car rips out of the dealer's lot for only $17,939. That's tremendous bang for the buck, especially when you factor in Honda reliability and resale value. The 1999 Honda Civic SI is a real blast from the recent past. A fitting successor to not only the original Civic SI, but perhaps even to the fabled CRX. As for going back home again, this little screamer makes us feel like we never left. I hope you'll join us next week for more Motor Week. We'll drive the luxurious Rolls-Royce Silver Seraph and the potent little GTI VR6 from Volkswagen. I'm John Davis. We'll see you then.
Motor Week has been brought to you by Pep Boys. No matter what you drive, Pep Boys has over 27,000 items in stock, virtually any part